Yes, kids, it's a wide-body Challenger Hellcat. You ever seen anything more badass in your life? Anything more menacing? Out of the box, of course. Not modified. You bought it this way. There is nothing more badass, more frightening, in fact, than a Challenger Hellcat wide-body. With the exception, of course, of the Challenger Demon. But that's not what this is. In the following video, I'll tell you why I love and do not love this car. The fact that I do not love parts of it is completely irrelevant, of course. But if you want to spend a few minutes with me and soak in more shots of this car, well, hang in there. So if you want to get in on the Challenger vibe, you can spend $35,000 to get a rear drive 3.6 liter equipped version. Myself and the wife continue to agree that the best of the Challengers is the 392 Hemi Scat Shaker, and it retails for just over $56,000. We get the manual transmission, so it closes in on to $61,000. If you want a Hellcat, starts at $82,000. If you want the wide body kit, that's the aero and the massive 20x11 wheels, you're gonna have to spend an extra $10,000 plus. Tremec manual adds another $1,000 to that. This car, this specific car, has this thing. I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep my comments to myself, but that's $1,425 for a piece of glass. So you're looking at a $94,000 plus Challenger Hellcat wide body. Still a lot cheaper than Demon, which starts at $110. But yeah, okay. What do you get kit-wise? Well, you get the powertrain, obviously. I mentioned that this one has a 6-speed manual transmission. You get 18-speaker Harman Kardon, Apple CarPlay navigation, Android Auto, 7-inch display, Sirius satellite radio, heated seats, steering wheel, all that good stuff. There's something a little bit strange about this one specific car. If you look closely, you might notice it. So standard tires are these massive Pirelli P0s and a 20x11s, which are 305/35 20s. That's the front. In the back, apparently somebody had a good time, because they're now, yeah, I'm thinking 305s are probably hard to come by, so somebody actually replaced the rear tires because it looks like they may have been roasted. Anyhow, enough of that. The color, I don't know. The color is like the sunroof to me. You can get this green, go mango, yellow, all kinds of colors. Why gray? Stealthy, maybe. Yeah, it has a truck. Just thought I'd remind you. Oh, this I do love. It's available on a number of different Challengers, and it's like a complete blackout trim pack. Easter egg. Yep. And so that you get with this car. It's beautiful. Yes, there is a back seat. Front seats is your SRT seats, power lumbar, and the base is power adjustable. This is manual. Getting on board. What I love about this car is that it is getting quite old, yet the cabin is aging very, very well. There's your 7-inch screen, Uconnect. I mean, the menus are getting on in age, like I said, but it's still so intuitive, so simple to use. Redundant climate controls, because the other ones are down here, which is great and bad at the same time, because, you know, let's just say you're cruising on the highway, you're in 5th gear, and you want to play with the fans and the heat, and you want to toggle your menus. Everything is so well laid out. The ergonomics are amazing. Gauges here are great. You can toggle through a whole bunch of different menus. Like the steering wheel. Spokes are way too big, useless. I don't know, the dash is still really simple, but I mean, it works. It still works so well. Cup holders, good storage for the camera. Anyway, you know what? Enough of that. Oh, well, yes, I saw a launch SRT drive modes right here, and then you can go straight to launch, or you can use the race option button. Oh, here we go, it's activated. I'm gonna switch it off because I don't want to hit the brick wall. That's it. But you know what? The important thing is this. So without further ado, I'm gonna close the door again, and we're gonna go for a spin. I love FCA madness. Not as much, but more than the next guy. I've been lucky this summer, this year. I've had probably now my most favorite SUV ever, Durango SRT. I followed that up with a week in a Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, which turned out to be very costly. And I'm ending 2018 calendar year in this Challenger SRT Hellcat wide body. But yeah, having said that, right, Hellcat 707 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, supercharged 6.2 liter V8. We all know the numbers: 650 pound-feet of torque, 4,800 RPM. As you've seen, this is the optional Tremec 6-speed manual transmission. What is there to say then? Hot diggity damn, is this car completely insane. I've been blessed, obviously, this week with driving the car in a lot of traffic situations. I live in the greater Montreal area, and if you don't know that already, and traffic and construction are just impossible. So getting around is a pita. So enjoying this, it's not masterful, it's just a monster, without developing cramps either in your left ankle or left knee or calf, or even your right foot. It's just been impossible. And it's getting colder and colder. Right now it's 9 degrees Celsius, which I think works out to about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take. And the massive tires are having a hard time keeping everything in check. But despite that, this car is it's monstrously insane and just unbelievably fun. It's dangerous, don't get me wrong. This thing, like the Trackhawk, is a gun. And you just pull the trigger and in this case the ass wiggles out. Much like the Trackhawk, except the Trackhawk would dart forward as opposed to, scoot sideways slightly. This is one of those cars that even when it's 30 degrees Celsius outside, or whatever, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, you do not remove or turn off stability control for fear that you will end up as a permanent part of the cement divider. So yeah, the power. I can't tell you that this thing is easy to drive. I've driven a couple of Hellcats, Challenger and Charger, the last couple of years, and none of them are relaxing. None of them are easy. They all require 377% of your attention. I've done the math, don't check it. But it's just so good. Look at this, it's starting to rain. Just in case I don't make it and somebody finds the video, I love you, baby. I love you, son. I love you, unborn daughter. No, it's not that dramatic, but it's just completely bonkers. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You might not be surprised to learn that the car actually handles quite well. And multi-link rear suspension, everything is mega beefed up for the application. Same thing with the brakes. Brembo 6-piston front, 4-piston rear. The massive 305 section 20-inch tires. It'll grip, but it doesn't feel as firmly planted as it actually is. And one of the main reasons for that is because of the seating position. I feel like I'm sitting way high. I can't put the seat back any lower. So I feel like I'm up, like my desired lower center of gravity is marred or like blurred because of my driving position. Right, you got the SRT button with all the various drive modes. I've set up custom actually. I was in auto, that's where it goes by default, at least in this car. I've not touched any of those settings. I got traction control in street, suspension in street. It just gets really, really stiff and shaky and I want to say moderately unpleasant when you go into sport or even track. Steering is in sport because there's no lag, no on-center play to speak of, and the weight is good. There's a lot of it, but the weight is good. The danger with this car is the ups. It's like the Trackhawk. It's a gun that is always loaded, at least as long as the tank is full. What an incredible car, but to be quite honest, it's too much. It's just really absolutely too much. My 392 Hemi Scat with shaker is 485 horsepower is plenty. About get up and go. It's noisy, but not this noisy. This is one of those, once in a lifetime scare yourself shitless. Can I say shitless on our channel? Why not? I just did. But still enjoy every absolute waking second of it. There's no way you're gonna fall asleep at the wheel of this thing, no matter what. So, yeah, that's it. Challenger SRT, Hellcat, completely insane automobile, and you gotta go with it. I mean, if you want to get it for speed, get the 8-speed, but you just can't beat that. You just can't beat that. Heel and toe is kind of tough to do, but you can manage. I can, ish.